Saturday, the 5th of September, and I'm back on the track. So I've been listening to quite a few people's reflections and perspectives on what's going on, and a lot of ranting, a lot of people really ranting about the injustices and the deception and lying and falsifications of data and all that kind of stuff, and having to wear masks and all the kind of social conditioning and all that kind of stuff that's been going on, and a lot of people that are really very angry, and in some ways you could say quite rightly so. Why do I say in some ways? Because in some ways I'm really angry about it. I can really get angry about it. I could really get off on a rant about it all. But is that going to serve me? Is that going to serve you? Is that going to serve anybody? Just to hear someone else ranting, someone else going on about it all and airing a bunch of frustrated opinions, thoughts and feedback. Because if I'm honest, I don't know if I really want to just add into those voices. I want to kind of focus on what I think is something that's ultimately positive for us, something that will give us an answer, something to help us move through these times a little bit more easier, something that's going to help put another light and another perspective into the pot, into the mix. And that is about retaining our connection to our life force. You want to call it whatever you want. Let's just call it life force for ease of terminology. Connecting and staying in connection with that, and remembering that, because when I remember that, I feel kind of elevated up out of my anger and my frustration, and I see from a different perspective all that's going on. And for me, it's a vital perspective to have. It's a very needed balm on this craziness that is so obviously taking place to such a intense degree. I've seen a lot of posts about these protests, and I think it's great that people voice their feelings. However, I kind of wonder what real effect it has, and maybe if it's better just peacefully, not non-consent, do not consent, just play the game as little as we can. We're all in this game to some degree or other, and it's about how how deeply into it are we? How deeply into the feedback loop are we? Because I think if you're always completely embedded and engrossed in it, it becomes like a trap. It becomes a trap, and it just becomes actually non-productive and not helpful to anybody. I think if everybody who really felt that they don't want to be a part of it, just quietly withdrew, I think we'd see a massive effect. Massive effect. So I think it's about us reclaiming our connection, and from that connection enacting from that consciousness and that wisdom, that clarity, that security, that understanding or inner standing or comprehension, that divinity. Because from what I can see, that's what's really needed. It's a bit like the old song, comes to my mind. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. And it's not that there isn't any love. We are actually in an ocean of love. We're in a frequency of love. All evading love. But we need to be conscious of it. We need to understand that. We need to comprehend that. We need to be aware of our connection, our integral connection. And with that, everything changes. Everything changes. So that's really what I want to put out today, is that, just try to be conscious, or don't try to be conscious, just be conscious, because sometimes you can get caught up in the trying, and it's about being. It's not about trying. It's about being conscious, being who you are. You can't try to be who you are. You can just be who you are. You can try to be something other than what you are, but that's not what we're about. That's not what we need to be. We just need to be ourselves. We just need to have the understanding that's there in our hearts, or should I say, the inner standing, and just follow it. Be a part of that magic. Be a part of that consciousness. Be a part of that blessing, and enjoy and share it. Share the love, share the light, share the truth, and let's see where that can take us. So, love and light to everybody. See you soon. Take care.